Our next storyteller, we've had him on our Teller's Bridge stage, but he's not by trade a storytelling guy. He's a theater guy. But somehow we've brought him along. We've corrupted him to become a storyteller. I'm so excited about his story tonight. It's Justice for Jordan, and of course I'm talking about Wil lWims. Please help me welcome Wil.
Thank you, sir. It's 11:45 at night, and the phone is ringing. Damn. I reach over, and I pick it up, and I look. Double damn. It's the tornado. Now, that is the nickname that I have given my daughter, because she blows into my life, turns my world upside down, and then blows out. This can't be good. Hello? Dad, do you know where Jordan is? Yes, my son is probably at his house in bed asleep where I was. Well, you're wrong. He's at the Lynn County Jail. How do you know this? Because I called. You called. I did. I said, do you have Jordan lWims there? And they said, yes, we do. Can I have him back? And they said, do you have $5,000? And I said, no. And they said, you can't have him back. And you called me because you want me $5,000? I don't think so. Well, you got to do something, Dad. It's Jordan. All right. Let me figure this out. I will call you later today now. So I find my phone, or I have it, and I'm trying to find the Lynn County Jail number, because I don't have it on speed dial. It's not like, hey, how you doing? Got anybody I know? And I find it, and I call them up, and I say, do you have a fellow by the name of Jordan lWims at your facility? And they say, yes, we do. And I said, well, I've never done this before. What's the procedure? He's going to be arraigned at 8 o'clock tomorrow. You can come down to the arraignment. On a Sunday? Well, yes, we arraign on Sundays too. Well, where do I go? Well, just go to the courthouse and they'll show you where the room is and you can sit and watch the arraignment. Okay, thank you. By now, my wife is awake. Yay. Would you like to go with me down to the courthouse for Jordan's arraignment? Yeah, okay. She goes back to sleep. I don't even think she knows what she agreed to. So we get down to the courthouse just before 8 because it's Sunday morning. When we walk into the arraignment room, and it's a room full of chairs and full of people, and it's like church. If you don't get there early, you have to sit up in the front row. And the judge's bench is like a stone's throw away. So I'm like, okay, we're right up in the front row. And we're waiting, and there's this whole room full of people, and pretty soon the judge comes in and sits on the bench, and there's a monitor on the wall. The judge calls the first case, and the monitor comes to life, and a person comes and sits in the chair on the monitor. Oh, it's by television. Cool. And the judge reads the charges. The person said, yeah, I did that. And the judge levies the fine. Yeah, okay. Bangs his gavel. The person gets up and goes away from the monitor. And then pretty soon 2 people get up and they leave the room. So this is an arraignment. So the judge does this again. He calls a number. Person comes up, sits down. This is the charges. This is the fine. Okay, thank you, goodbye. And the people leave. This goes on for 45 minutes. And people are leaving and leaving. And pretty soon, my wife and I are there. Nobody else. And he calls the case, and I look up. My son. I'm so proud. He's on the monitor. And the judge reads the charge, and it's not DUI. I can't really what? And the judge reads the fine, how much it is, and And Jordan agrees and does everything he's supposed to. Yes, sir. And then the judge says, you can see your parents here, right? Jordan says, yes. You can see that they're concerned, can't you? Yes. Maybe you should think about your actions. You realize that your actions don't always just affect you. They may affect people you love and people you care about. So maybe this is a good lesson for you to learn. And he goes, yes, Your Honor. Okay. And he bangs his gavel and he leaves. Jordan leaves. And my wife look at each other and we go, oh. So we get up to leave, and pretty soon the judge is behind us, and he goes, Jordan's a good kid. He's just made some mistakes, but he's a good kid. And I'm like, okay, thank you. And we go out in between the courthouse and the jail, and we're waiting, and pretty soon here he comes. And he looks like he's been pulled through a knothole. I said, did you have a bad night? He says, yes, I didn't sleep. I said, neither did I. I said, explain to me the charges. They're not DUI. No, he charged me with hitting items not on roadway. That's a real charge? That's like real. Like, yeah, okay, more information would be good. Well, I was coming home from the bar, no kidding. And I ended up in somebody's backyard, and I hit a picket fence. Okay. Well, that kind of startled me awake. So I threw it in reverse, and I slammed on the gas, and I backed up, and I hit a tree. Oh, good, both ends. Well, the tree kind of made my truck's bed fold in half. Well, I got out of my truck and I walked home and went to bed. And the people got up the next morning and called the police because there's a strange truck in their side yard that's all beat to hell and a tree that's not feeling too good either. So they came and arrested me for hitting items not on roadway. Good. I'm so glad, because you didn't hurt anyone except your truck and your pocketbook. So this is going to cost you quite a bit of money, isn't it? Yes, this is going to cost me a lot. And you don't have a pickup anymore, do you? No, and I got to get another truck or a car or whatever I can afford. I'm going to write this down in my book. This is going to be called Justice for Jordan. And I'm going to remind you every time you take too many drinks, we learned a lesson. Thank you.